Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you.
Our region faces a big challenge when it comes to managing stormwater and keeping it out of the sanitary sewer system. You see, every time it rains, sewage pours into our rivers. Well, Alcosan, its municipal members, the City of Pittsburgh, and the Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority are federally mandated to end those overflows. And now Alcosan is hoping so-called green infrastructure can be a bigger part of the solution. The authority has launched GROW, or Green Revitalization of Our Waterways, a program to invest $9 million in 32 municipal projects to reduce wet weather discharges. Jan Oliver is Director of Regional Conveyance for Alcosan, and welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Bill. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, we got a little glossary sorted out right out of the gate here. So green infrastructure, what kinds of things are you talking about when you're thinking about green infrastructure?
Oh, bioswales, rain gardens, permeable pavement, whether that's pavement stones or whether it's porous asphalt.
So this is where the rain would fall and it would just sort of sink right through the pavement as opposed to running off the parking lot and on down into a stream and eventually the rivers or into the sewers, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And so that's kind of the idea here, and the purpose of green infrastructure is what exactly when you're thinking about the problem Alcosan has to solve?
Well, there are 4 ways basically of solving this tremendous problem, and that is conveying it to a location that you can treat it, removing it at the source, which is what we're talking about with this green stormwater infrastructure, or storing it until the rain quits and it can be released to the sewer system. So the removing it at the source keeps it out of the sewer from entering the sewer system, whether that's through rehabilitating sewer systems or whether that's through green stormwater infrastructure.
Because some of this is not, it's kind of leaky sewer systems to begin with that can contribute this. They allow the stormwater into the systems.
That's correct. Clay pipes have a tendency of getting cracked as the contractor's moving off the home lot. Other times joints. A lot of the old terracotta pipe had joints every 2 feet.
And tree roots love those old pipes. They love to find their way inside. I've seen that in my own yard over the years, right?
They absolutely do. And they can really cause a clog so that you end up with sewage backups very quickly.
Yeah, so then where does GROW fit into this? This is sort of taking this idea of evaluating green infrastructure to scale a little bit?
Yes, municipalities submit letters of interest, and we take a look at those initial letters of interest, and they're developed into applications. And there's a percentage of funding, anywhere from 25% to 85% of the project costs. They're definitely related to removing flow, and Alcosan will send that money to the municipalities. So this first round, and there will be a series of rounds,
okay.
We are providing $9 million to our customer municipalities, which leverages $25 million in source removal projects.
Okay, so this is actually a much bigger project than just your $9 million. You're going to put a lot more money and investment to work to really deal with this.
That's right. And the municipalities will have the responsibility of maintaining these facilities in the years to come.
Okay, and I would think green infrastructure, like any other kind of infrastructure, if you're not paying attention to it and tending it, it'll deteriorate like any other sort of infrastructure.
And not function like it's supposed to.
Sure. So you've got 32 municipalities in this first round. What kinds of things are they going to be doing?
Well, let me just say there's 32 projects.
32 projects
yes.
within municipalities, right.
18 municipalities, and then also 10 neighborhoods within the city of Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so really 19 of our municipalities.
What kinds of projects are they
some of them are doing lining. They're repairing their sanitary sewer system. Our biggest project is taking a catch basin that was tying into the sanitary sewer system, and just the construction of a storm sewer directly to the stream is going to eliminate 21 million gallons annually from the sewer system.
Wow. And why would the catch basin have been built in the first place? In other words, how did this system come about the way it is?
Well, a lot of times what happens is the sanitary system flows into the combined sewer system.
Okay.
And then because there's not a dual system, they just tie that storm sewer system into the combined system.
So it's just the simpler way to do it at the time these systems were originally built. It made a lot of sense, but now we're being sort of overwhelmed by it all.
Right. And a lot of times you find, too, the plumbers, a lot of time the methods that they used in the combined sewer cities, they carried that out to the separate sewer communities.
Are you seeing a lot of enthusiasm for tackling this problem this way?
Absolutely. I think this is a real opportunity for the municipalities to bring this stormwater runoff and groundwater infiltration to the municipalities to light within their community.
Well, not to mention it can be very just pleasant to live around a lot of these green infrastructure projects.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, well, it's exciting. Great to see Alcosan making this, I guess, part of the solution for this mammoth problem we have in the region, right?
That's correct. A very important component.
All right. Jan Oliver is Director of Regional Conveyance for Alcosan. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.